All right, apparently it's that quick. So what we need to do is figure out how to explain to you what went on. Because the saga at the Cannabis Cup here continues in Clio, Michigan. Welcome to the Full Melt Show. I'm Steve Green. I'm your host, and we are broadcasting live in a very unique way here from the Cannabis Cup today. We have backups for backups in case things go wrong, because this is all live. And if it is live, then we got to test to make sure that we're actually broadcasting. And it looks like it so far doesn't show up on here, but you got to refresh it. So close it and open it again. Mad Blaster.
Roger. Oh, now there she blows.
Mad Blaster found the broadcast.
Bear with me, guys. It's been a long day at Cannabis Cup.
No, it hasn't. It's it's barely even 3 o'clock yet. It's just right after 3 o'clock Eastern. I mean,
all the good weed makes it feel like it's been a long day.
Oh, you're supposed to, what, are you high on the job? Is that what you're admitting to?
Yes.
Oh, we're firing you. Wait a minute, you're a volunteer.
Exactly. Oh.
We would never fire you for smoking weed on the job.
You'd never pay me.
Even if I was paying you, I wouldn't fire you for smoking weed on the job, unless you were so stoned you couldn't do your job, and then I'd be like, you're useless as tits on a boar hog. Get out of here. Right?
Yeah, right. Sorry, just trying to see where we're at on the live.
He's focused in on the live show. He's doing a test to make sure that what we're doing is actually hitting the air. Yep, it is.
Yep. Would appear we're good to go.
I knew it was. See, I've always got something in my bag of tricks to make it work, right? We came here this morning with a connectivity issue, not to the internet, but because we get you via the internet. We came here with a connectivity issue to the studio, which is through the internet, but there are some peripherals that it's got to go through, some doorways it's got to go through, and one of those doorways this morning turned out to be closed, and it's only because the computer on the other side of that doorway is like sleeping and doesn't realize that there's somebody at the front door knocking and wanting in, and is just sawing logs. So the only way around that to get on the air, we just used a different doorway, not into that computer, but we're just broadcasting live, which means we don't have the benefit of studio audio to back us up. So there'll be no bumper music, there's no rejoin music, there's no program breaks, there's no credits, there's no sponsors. So to that end, I have to tell you that first, there will be no breaks. This will be a live 2-hour broadcast from end to end with maybe some short modification towards the end. We'll get out of it what we can. And but it's not handicapped in any way. This is going to be exciting and new. And I think the Mad Blaster might get a little thing or two out of it here.
Oh, I'm trying. I'm learning things today, guys.
You didn't know that we did the MI Legalize 8-day, 24/7, 365, well, for at least 8 days. It was a 24/7, 8-day live broadcast. It was a marathon broadcast to raise signatures. All we wanted you to do, we were going from city to city, 2 cities at a time, major cities. We did Ann Arbor, we did Flint, we did Detroit, we did Lansing.
Yeah, no, I was unaware of that. That sounds crazy. Here I am thinking I've got this golden idea of, wait a minute, a marathon for marijuana. It's like, oh, no, I already did that. Back to the drawing board.
Oh, no, you got to get up pretty early in the morning to think of of some way to promote cannabis in a way that is healthy, truthful, and fun without trying to come up with something I didn't already do. Although we didn't do the homeless, remember I told you about the homeless 40-ounce dash?
Yes, you told me about that.
We should convert that into the homeless 40-gram dash.
40 blunt dash?
40-gram dash. No, the homeless, so it'll be a 40-gram bag. No, I don't know. What can we do with, it'll be the homeless 420-ounce dash, or 420-gram dash.
420 ounce.
420 grams is a lot of weed.
Yeah.
That's like, how many, that's like one.
Hey, 444, that's a bow.
So that's
2 grams off a bow.
Yeah. That'd be a pound of weed for a prize. Oh, wow.
No, that's like 24 off. You know what I mean, guys.
It's a lot of weed either way.
Don't look back at my math.
Oh, I'm looking over your paper. How do you think I'm getting a grade here? No, I'm
and that's sad because there's no paper, guys.
No, I'm really just making a highlight of the fact that you'd be looking at my paper, if anything.
If anything, yeah.
What does yours say? What did you come up with? Don't look at my paper. So we're live here at the Cannabis Cup doing this at Clio, Michigan. I'm Steve Green, your host.
I'm the Mad Blaster, as always.
And I don't know why he's got that designation. Why do you get that designation? Because you're both mad and blasting? Or is it just because you're, want to add a penchant for a silly name one day, and that's what came to mind? Or is this a superhero thing? Like, you aspire to be a guy in spandex and a big flag hanging off your back like a they call
no.
that a cape.
I
you know
consider
what a cape
it
is, right?
consider it more of an alter ego type deal. Yeah.
Alter ego. So it is a superhero character.
I mean, like, I don't know. I just felt like some sort of creature of the night, if you ask me, when I'd be up late and blasting what BHO I could, because that was just truly my passion. That's what I was doing.
I am going to invest for the station's sake into. I'm sure I can find this on the internet. Somebody will make this for me on the internet. A spandex outfit for our superhero in charge, the Mad Blaster. It's going to be a big MB. You can't do it backwards because then it looks like BM. You don't want that. Your insignia can't be BM, but it can be the MB, and you should have a cape and maybe some kind of headgear. Like a torch on the side of your head. You know what I mean? Like
a torch on the side.
Yeah, like a band with a torch on the side. You're the Mad Blaster.
I can already see the fire warnings.
No, okay, so maybe not a torch. Maybe not a torch. Maybe it's maybe we strap a big resin collection dish on your chest. What does it do?
What is big ass?
So you have to come up. So you're gonna have a superhero. You got to come up with superhero themes like. The superhero has. Wait a minute. What would be your superhero power if you are the Mad Blaster? And how would Mad figure into the name? Like when you get mad, you make lots of BHO.
Yeah. Yep. I guess.
I don't know, but there would have to be some way to tie that in. Like, what is your superhero power? Like, you make massive amounts of BHO that nobody else can make. Is that what it would be?
That's what I'd call a superpower, man. I don't know what you want.
So, we are, if you're going to do the superhero thing, that's what we got to do. But if you do a superhero theme, because you said it was like an alter ego, you would have to have a superhero power.
When I say alter ego, I think more Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde type. There's the by day, there's the by night, there's the.
Your by night.
Whoa.
So if you they got weird.
Yeah, you made it weird.
I didn't make it weird.
No, you made it weird.
You said it. Not
Everybody
me.
knows you made it weird,
Come
Steve.
on. So if you were
you're lucky there's no breaks because I'd shank you.
Oh no! Look, I can make a break. I could just make a break. Oh, but that's even worse. This is radio.
Stick you like 3 times in the kidney.
Oh, okay, in the kidney. Wow. Okay, this was getting really weird for a minute. So, if you're gonna be the superhero, you gotta have the superhero name, which is the Mad Blaster. You gotta have the superhero. What is your superhero power? And then you gotta have the superhero costume. So when you get the superhero power figured out, then which you should be blasting, HO, honey oil.
Which I do. That's what I do in my spare time.
Yeah, but you got to be like, that's just a normal guy that just makes BHO. Like if you're a superhero, you'd have to make like massive amounts of BHO, or you'd have to have you have to make it lightning quick. Like you don't even need the B. You can just make HO.
I can just make ho.
How you doing? Welcome to the Full Melt Show.
It's a live crowd here.
SR Bakery and what is it? Medibles? Yeah. What does SR stand for? Wait a minute. Give her the mic.
I'm working for 2 different companies at the Cannabis Cup yesterday.
Oh, so you're a paid spokesperson.
I'm sorry. Yeah, basically. Okay. I'm a promotional model.
Okay, awesome. Well,
so
you're a very pretty promotional model.
Thank you very much. Sure. I've heard about your show. That's why I kind of stopped by.
Really?
I do radio shows, and I kind of wanted to start a podcast of my own and, link up with a bunch of people.
So what would you call your podcast if you had a podcast?
I have no idea. I didn't even think about that yet. I don't know. I'm, focused on I got a bust and stuff to
I've got a bust too, but mine are like man boobs. I'm just saying.
I have a bus that
right.
I bought a bus to help
people.
A bus.
I'm sorry. I'm like Rosanna Dana here trying to figure out words. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, so I bought a bus I raised money within a week and a half to purchase this bus because I don't have a license, and a lot of people in this industry, they got their license taken away because of drug charges, and
then you're on the short bus straight to jail.
It's a mini bus.
Oh, it's a mini bus, right?
Yeah, it is a short bus.
Yeah,
actually.
Well, it's got that name for a reason, I guess.
Yeah. But,
so anyway, go ahead.
But yeah, we're just we're trying to attend city council meetings and make changes in the community with
So grassroots, you're trying to affect it down at the grassroots level, down at the local level.
Yeah.
You're a lady after my own heart already. I love you.
Yeah. This is a very great passion of mine. I kind of quit what I was doing before and focused on this. I've been focused on this for a few weeks now. But like,
Really?
yeah, I quit a tour. I was in the middle of a tour, like going like across country from Florida all the way up here and stuff, and I stopped what I was doing.
So do you have a special name for the bus?
We were gonna call it the Cannabis.
But there was already a Cannabis.
I heard that. So
Stephanie Theus?
We don't know
You got
yet.
a shout out to Stephanie Theus on the Cannabis. She's out
That's
there
awesome.
somewhere in Kentucky right now, I think.
Yeah, that's great. But like, yeah, I don't personally have like a way to like attend these things, and it's like bothers me.
Why don't you just call it, do like everybody else does, and say like Cannabis 2.0?
We could.
Or-
I don't
or-
even care. I just I want it to be like a collaborative, like people like all kind of decorate the bus. It's all white and primed and painted, ready for like artists and like supporters to like do whatever they want to it. We're gonna renovate the inside with donated materials, which we already have. We're gonna make bench seats and beds, so it's considered an RV.
Yeah.
And we could actually go on tour with it if we wanted to.
That is so cool. Yeah, see, that's what Stephanie does. She's like I said, she's off there in I think she's in Kentucky right now. That's the last report I had on the Cannabis. I don't know where she
great.
moved. Maybe she's coming here. Maybe she's here, and I don't even know it.
That'd be awesome.
But for sure you could go also Cannabis. I mean, also the Cannabis, or I'm sure we could figure out another crazy bus name for the Canna thing.
Yeah, whatever is clever.
So
man.
you're doing the SR Bakery. What does SR stand for?
I don't even know. I'm not even gonna lie.
Okay. Well, okay.
It's a friend of mine, and she's from Lansing.
You have to talk
we're both from
like
Lansing.
right into the mic there. Like
Oh,
there you
sorry.
go. Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah, she's just a friend of mine. I don't know what the SR stands for, honestly. I was assuming it was like Senior Bakery Medibles.
Well, but then the R would be little though. But this is a capital S and a capital R, so
I
it'd be
don't know.
like
It's a
maybe
mystery.
is it the initials of the person that owns the bakery?
Yeah.
Is it?
Probably.
Well, there you go.
There you go.
So there's the answer to that question. I had to pick it apart though. Good God, I could have crawled through a mouse hole quicker than that. All right, so just having fun with you, sweetie. This is what we do. We entertain and have fun.
It's fine.
And
No.
you're making it so much fun. So what do you got?
Thank you.
Samples there? What do you got? Some cards? Looks
yeah.
like you came with an empty tray. What is this?
Well,
Cigars,
everybody
cigarettes,
wanted it.
weed?
It's in like high demand. So I had like 11 milligram hard candies from the SR Bakery Medibles, and they're all different kinds of flavors. Like there's some strawberry cheesecake one.
Back
there's a
into
watermelon.
the mic there.
There's all different kinds.
No.
and
Back
so
into the mic there. There you
these
go.
are 3 for $10, and then the other ones are made by Mrs. Berry Kush, and they're actually double the dose. So it's like 22 milligrams versus 11.
Oh, wow, okay.
And you get 5 for 20. So you get 5, pieces of hard candy in each bag. That's 25 pieces of hard candy for $20.
I want to go out there and buy an ice cream bar. That the sound of the bell is the ice cream guy coming by. He comes by and dings the hell out of us for 5 minutes as he's passing. I want to run out there and buy one and just do the Eddie Murphy routine with the ice cream bar. It's like you don't know the Eddie Murphy routine, do you? The ice cream and no, never mind. It's an old reference. She's far too young for the Eddie Murphy reference.
I can't hear you. That's the
Oh,
problem.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I forget that because I'm hearing through headphones, so I got the
okay,
added
gotcha.
advantage of.
Gotcha.
If I yelled at you, I'd blow the microphone out. I mean, I don't
Right.
So no, the Eddie Murphy. I got some ice cream routine. Do you remember that?
No.
Nope. See, it was below
Yeah.
you. It was up.
See, irrelevant.
Yeah. No. Right out of the relevant stage. I have just dubbed myself culturally irrelevant. All of my cultural references are far too old for the current generation of people.
You're old, Steve. Deal with it.
I am. I'm getting.
I know a lot of stuff, but that one I don't know.
Okay,
No.
so who's Max Headroom?
Huh? Yeah, I don't know.
See what I mean? There we go.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm with you. I don't know this.
If I was to say I needed, I'm not even gonna go there.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can I just answer with I already don't know?
He buried the sketch before it started. See, it's good at doing that. Just pointing that out. Like to shine a little light on that. So how can we help you? You can leave us a card, or you can leave us a sample, or what do you got for us here?
We have cards from Mrs. Berry Kush, which, like I said, hers are like gone. She sold out of them. So we're gonna get
Holy
more.
cow.
We have
got,
samples
12
of
cards
cotton
now.
candy at least, and
Cotton candy.
Yeah.
My goal is to get Mad Blaster as loaded as I can
and I'll
before
just
he leaves
leave
it.
you with
Yes,
what we got
please.
left. There's
Load
2
me.
different ones.
So,
Like I said, these are 11 milligrams, and these are the ones made by SR, Bakery Medibles.
SR Baker, whoever
Much
SR is.
obliged. Thank you very much.
Sierra Renzi.
All right. So
I like to see
come
it.
on in. Come on in. We're doing our thing. Come on in to have our seat. Well, thank you so very much. So,
Yeah, thank
a big
you.
round of applause to SR Bakery here for coming on by
Thank you.
and bringing some samples.
Thanks for letting me be on your show for a little bit. That's awesome.
Well, thanks for gracing us with your pretty presence.
Thank you. Hit me up on Facebook. Like, I don't know. I just like to do stuff and collaborate with people. So
I'll definitely do
let's
that.
talk.
So, give her a business card. Make sure she gets a card there.
Okay,
So,
yeah. I set
and
this
then you
little
can go
side.
back and you can listen on the fullmelt.com to what we
Great.
just did.
Great.
And,
okay, and I'll share
you
it.
could say, hey,
That's what I
we
do.
were on the Full Melt Show. We're big stars now.
For sure.
All right. So thanks,
Okay,
thanks
thank
for dropping by. Just to give the mic back so she can, take the tray away because it's a two-handed tray, two-handed. So we got behind us the people from GG Strains. GG Strains are Gorilla Grow strains, Gorilla Glue strains, and it's Tree of Life caregivers that are here to help talk themselves up. Tell us about your organization and where you're from and what you do real quick. Because what we're going to do here later during the Cannabis Cup, we planned on doing this with full audio, but we're just going to do it with our, we're just going to tap dance through it because I don't have the bumpers and the clocks and bells and gongs and whistles of the studio. We're just going to go through it anyways, and we're going to have a contest here. So we're setting up the contest for 4 o'clock, right? And at 4 o'clock, we're going to have $300 worth of prizes that we're giving away to somebody who can name that strain, right? And so we've got some samples set up. Go ahead and have a seat, guys, while we're filter in and hang out with us while I tell the story and set this up a little bit. We got 3 different samples from our sponsors at Grateful Meds of some similar strained cannabis. And so we've got some people here at the Cannabis Cup who think they're cannabis connoisseurs and would like to claim the championship title of the Full Melt Show's King of Cannabis Connoisseur. So that means they have the best palate, right? They could distinguish between 2 similar strains. So we've got 3 strains as samples from Grateful Meds, run by the great people at Grateful Meds in Detroit. And so what we're doing right now is we're literally, as we speak, are rolling those 3 strains, which nobody's allowed. If you're a contestant, you can't be looking in there what he's rolling because nobody can know the strains. So we've got them in the secret chamber over here, in the secret stash chamber, rolling strains. And so those 3 strains will be available for them to sample. Now, each contestant, there'll be 3 of them at 4 o'clock, who gets to sample the strain and then pass it on to the next guy and then on to the next guy. So they sample each one independently. If they want to clear their palate, wait for a minute, think about it, then sample the next strain and do the same thing with a 3rd strain. Now, if you did this with wine, somebody could tell you, blindfolded, if they got a red wine or if they got a white wine, or if it's a red wine, if it's one kind of red wine or another kind of red wine, they could tell you by the way it tasted and smelled the difference. And that would be a wine connoisseur. So we want to find the cannabis connoisseur who can distinguish. So we've got 3 similar strains. One of them's not exactly similar, but very similar. And so we're using Leafly as the authority about the characteristics of these strains. And so I'm going to ask them first, because ultimately the name of this game, the name of this contest is Name That Strain, right? And so, I'd like to make it like Name That Tune. It would be kind of funny if we could do like Name That Strain in 4 can notes. You know what I mean? I could tell in 4 puffs what that strain is. That's how I'd like to do it. And maybe we'll do that one day and it's a different way. But for this contest, we're going to, they can get up to 15 guesses. And the guy who gets the strain correct with the shortest number of guesses below 15 gets dubbed. But they can't really get dubbed king because they really didn't name that strain. If you want to name that strain, you got to do it within 5. I think that's pretty liberal. 5 guesses. But in the event that we don't get somebody that can, because there's so many, it's like a freaking, it's like a Chinese phone book, the name of strains, right? So if they can't name that strain within 15 guesses each, then we're going to go based on the questions that they answered according to the characteristics that I asked them about in Leafly. So they don't know the name, they don't know the kind, if this is indica or sativa, it's just blind. And we're going to let them sample them, and then someone will be crowned, hopefully, king. I think we're just going to forego it. So it'll be king of cannabis connoisseur here at the Cannabis Cup in Clio, Michigan. It's the Medical Cannabis Cup and Country Fair, which is going on. This is the last day, and we're here until, when are they kicking us out of here tonight after the Cup? What is the Cup, at like 7 o'clock or something? Does anybody know when the Cup starts?
You got Lath Al-Sadi playing tonight.
Lath Al-Sadi's playing, I think, at 5:30 on the stage back there.
So About 7 to 8 o'clock, probably 8
Yeah,
o'clock.
probably 8 o'clock. So probably 8 to 9 be the awards announcements.
I think the awards are at 7.
At 7?
Yeah.
Okay, so 7 to 8. So they're going to kick everybody's going to start tearing these booths down at 7 o'clock. So we'll be luckily far done before that. In the meanwhile, we got $300 worth of prizes, and maybe we'll have some of the guys that donated prizes. Let's go through the list of prizes we got here. And then we want to talk to these guys at the Tree of Life Caregivers. And then we've got, of course, Uncle Stoner here with us, who's promised to come by and talk. What do you got? Some awesome drink.
Oh, let's grow for that. It's Dr. OGX.
Dr.
They're
OGX.
sponsoring Grow for Vets here.
That's right. We got the Grow for Vets people. We want to talk about all that because I think that's really important. And then, of course, we got Ryan from the old what was the
Medical Marijuana Show, Political Twist-Up Show.
The Political Twist-Up Show, the predecessors to this show, when we were just a weekend show on the real radio, nonetheless. And his lovely girlfriend, Alicia, and everybody else. I mean, it's a full tent here today at the Cannabis Cup. So, the prizes. We got a runner-up prize. I'll talk about that in a second. The big prize package is an assembly from Dr. Dabber. Now, Dr. Dabber makes pens. And so there's a great Dr. Dabber pen. It's like a $50 value by itself. And then there's also a cool Dr. Dabber tool. It's called the butter cutter. Anybody ever used a butter cutter? No? Check it out. Check it out, Ryan. Give us a report on the butter cutter. I think it's
I'll tell you what, when I saw it yesterday, it was freaking me out. It's just awesome. It's got a bunch of tips on it, and it looks like it'd be great for separating any type of concentrates that are on, on any type of material. I mean, it'd just be awesome for
so it's to
put
describe
things in
it,
blocks.
it's like an X-Acto knife set for
Wood-burning kit.
or a wood burning.
But it
kit
heats
for,
up to,
for wax.
it should be just the right temperature,
just
so
to
it just
separate
slices
it, just
through.
to cut through it.
Exactly.
And then you can easily dab the rest off your dab mat and do the right size hit you want or the right sample that you want. And so it's pretty cool. So that's the also from Dr. Dabber called the butter cutter, and I think this is also like a $30 tool or something. This is not inexpensive. It's got a battery on it. It's got a recharge thing. So it's kind of like the pen technology. Very cool. We got a dab mat from them as well, a jumbo-sized dab mat, which is pretty cool. And then we've got a lip stopper, so you don't put your lips on somebody else's bong. Doing a sample, you got your own bong thing there. You've got a rag, and then a cool what is this? A grinder.
Yeah.
And then a $100 seed pack from the Cali Connection, and a T-shirt from them, and some other swag in there, some pens and some lighters and some other stuff, stickers, etc. Other kind of swaggy stuff. Hey puppy. Hey. I got to get the dog to lay down over. He's all antsy. Hey, you need to lay down. He's trained to lay down right there. So if you step or in that area, he might try and get up. Hey, down. We got the service dog out here with us today. The studio dog. Oh, that's the name of the dog training company. A Studio Dog Docent. Docent is like you learn karate.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. It's a teaching. It's a place where you go to learn stuff from people who know but aren't. I don't know. It's weird. Docent, look it up. It's pretty cool. Studio Dog Docent. He is the studio dog. $300 worth of prizes there. That cool gold grinder. That grinder is really badass if you've opened it up and looked at it.
Yeah, I thought so too.
But I think the best thing there is the Dabber tool from Dr. Dabber. That's pretty badass. It's and also the pen that goes with it, because that's even more badass and more valuable. So that's the prizes. Now tell us who's here from Tree of Life. Give him a mic. Get a mic back there. So go ahead. There we go.
Hi there, I'm Dave, and I handle a lot of the business and physical end of the building or of the company, and then we have.
So you're like the on-site project guy?
Yeah, I'm usually the guy
You're
who
like the
just
manager?
starts making things happen.
Yeah.
But the truth is, when it comes to genetics and knowing everything that you guys are talking about, there's nobody who knows what Obi knows.
Right,
and
right.
On all of the Facebook sites and all that, he goes as Obi, and that's how everybody knows him. He's gained a lot of respect in the community just because we don't deal with any bullshit. We don't.
Right. No. Yeah.
It's just it
right
works
down to
really well.
Nitty-gritty nuts and bolts. Let's get past the crap. Right.
Totally. So, but Jared's the guy who Obi deals with all the our genetics. So let him step in and tell you guys what's all going on with the company and
right.
GG Strains.
Give it to me.
Well, let's see. We started Tree of Life 2008. It was actually before the law even went into effect. We started with the logo and website. We've been pushing to be a dispensary, among other things, but local authorities up there aren't having it.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to skip past all the hubbub of, the bump and grind with police versus, the prohibitionists against the commercial people.
Gotcha.
I mean, we talk about that a lot on the show, but I figure here at the Cannabis Cup, let's just freaking have fun, right?
Sounds good to me.
Let's just get down
We
to
totally are. And, there's nobody coming here to bag on the forces. I mean, up by us, things are tight, but if you're following your plant counts, nobody's getting overly messed with. It's just respect right now.
I really wish our stunt guy, I just don't want to reveal the stunt, but I really wish our stunt guy would have showed up today. He's totally, Stash Man is totally, MIA. So I'm just saying. We were going to do a stunt here with Stash Man that, okay, I'm just going to tell you what the stunt was. You want to hear the stunt?
Sure.
All right, here's the stunt. So Stash Man is going to be our new, I think he's failing his grade, so I don't know, maybe he's not. I mean, this was the test that we were going to put him through to see if he was qualified to be our show stunt guy, right? The stunt guy goes out and goes into the public and sticks, either sticks a mic in front of people's faces and gets funny stuff from them, or goes out and does something that, is just hilarious. So at the Cannabis, so out in public, I'd have him do something like, put on like a doctor's coat and hang out like at a subway terminal or at like a bus stop and just waiting for the bus with his briefcase or whatever. And then, while he's waiting for the bus or whatever, just ask somebody if they got some places you can't do this. Like if you're out at an open bus stop, you can do this. But if you're in the subway, you can't do this because they don't let you smoke in the subway. But say, hey, hey, let me, can I borrow a lighter? You got a lighter? And so somebody give him a lighter and you figure you're going to light a cigarette and then you pull out your bong. And then just light it up right there at the bus stop. It just have weed. It just have
with
tobacco.
The doctor doing it.
It just have the tobacco in there. But yeah, because he's in a doctor's coat and he whips out his bong, just get the surprise factor from the people there. And I'd ask, and so I'd coach him with an earpiece, so he's listening through a phone, and we could hear what's going on. But I would coach him as to what to say, because you got to do that just right,
Oh yeah.
But I think that would be funny. But here at the Cannabis Cup, here's what we were going to do. We were going to go for the opposite. So instead of because right now, all these people at the Cannabis Cup, they would feel akin to that joke because they could see themselves out in public watching this happen and laugh their asses off, right? Because you could put yourselves in those shoes. But here at the Cup, it'd be the opposite. So we wanted to put the stunt guy in a policeman's uniform with like a fake badge and a fake gun, and just have him walk around and then get in line somewhere and wait for do a dab in line and start asking, just have him be like he's a casual cop. He's off duty. I just got off duty, and I'm just here shopping, guys. I've got my card. I'm good. I'm cool, right?
That's some good shit right there.
I'm not going to get raided, am I? Nobody's going to raid me, right? I know those guys. They're not bad.
Sorry.
They're all
on
right.
the radio.
They're all good. No, so I just think that would be really funny. I think having him, so he would, in order to do this, he'd have to change here, and I think I'd do this a video. I'd have him go into the men's room, and then come out of the men's room, but I wouldn't show him going into the men's room. I'd just film him coming out of the men's room door, and then like coughing and waving with a fake joint in his hand, and then like kind of bobbing around and crushing it out against the wall, and then reaching in his pocket, kind of still weaving a little bit, and put it away, and then look left and look right, and then just hightail it out of there. I just think that would be a funny video. So
you can get away with it here.
Well, yeah, because
you
that would be
definitely
funny.
get away with it this
That would
weekend.
just be funny stuff. So he didn't show up to do that. So I'm really dismayed that I had to let the cat out of the bag because I've been, leading up. He went and bought a policeman's uniform, but he didn't show up to do the actual thing. I don't know if he got mad at us or if
I will not fit in that uniform.
That's it. We could just put you in it. We'll just give you a blue shirt and hang something gold around your neck, like the lid to that grinder. There's a gold grinder there. We just hang that around your neck. That's my badge. No, that's a badge. I just use it as a grinder because it's got that pin on there. But sometimes I'll use the pin for a dabber. That's a great line for a cop. I'll use my badge pin for a dabber tool. So all you got to do is look at the fun in it. Have some fun. Poke, boink boink. Comedy. Pick two. Right. All right. Anyway. So you guys are having fun then here, and so you guys are the distributor for Gorilla Glue strains, right? GG strains.
Totally.
Yeah.
Celebrating the release of the number 5.
And you're up north?
We are. We're all the way
you in
up
the UP or the LP?
UP.
The UP.
UP.
Oh, yeah.
And so you're Upers. None of that stuff.
You know, we live above Wisconsin there. Hey, you know, we're almost Canadians.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Yeah, we get the jokes.
I know. I'm
It happens all the time, man.
You know, Rick Moranis, et cetera, et cetera. See, there's another cultural thing that the millennials don't get is Rick Moranis.
All right, yeah, it's all right. You guys
Boy,
got good
I just
trails.
all tangled up here. Hang on. I got tangled up by the.
And he's
monster.
gone. Oh,
There we go.
he is.
So,
All right.
now Gorilla Glue is like one of the highly sought after strains, right? Gorilla Glue number 4, particularly. Everybody loves the GG number 4.
Yeah.
And then you guys came here this morning and smacked me in the face with something I didn't know about. So it caught me by surprise, and I was like, ooh, that was refreshing. Something new that I didn't know about, which is the release of Gorilla Glue number 5. Can you tell us about that? Because we gave it a sample, and then we'll talk about the sample, and we'll talk about our preferences about the sample in a minute.
It's a back cross of number 4 and number 1.
It's a back cross. I thought you said a bad cross. I was
Oh,
like,
no.
oh, that's not good.
No, it's a good cross.
It's a back cross. So
Yeah.
you
It's
cross-
actually an improved version as far as hermaphroditic tendencies go.
So it's a little more stable, is what you're saying, from a
Yes.
genetic standpoint. Can you tell us about, is it different in flavor, taste, and aroma?
A little bit. It's, I think, leaning more toward the chem cis involved, so it's a little more of that fuel.
Okay, all right, that makes sense. Have you had some feedback about it yet? And I think that should be the buzz here today. Is like new strains. Like if I'm a Gorilla Glue number 4 guy. I love GG4. So not knowing about it, I would be making a beeline to your booth to go grab some GG number 5. Do you have it
People
here
have
today?
been doing that all morning.
Yes, we do.
You do have it here today.
Yeah,
I
in
know
fact,
you have it
I
here
got
today because I
here. I
smoked
got
it.
a piece for you that you can try right here.
Really?
Yeah.
So let's just pass this around and check it out. Dude, this is a very nice grow. This is very nice. Look at that. Todd from
This is
Grateful
why I was
Dead, wanna
telling you
get it.
guys that we leave all the gardening to G. He knows what's up, man. He's got the organics
Dude, you got it down,
pat.
man. I know my shit.
The flavor is just
I'm a grower myself.
always on point. So.
Well, thank you.
And I know it's so I want to get Ryan's impression, Ryan Bringle, who's off in the corner, and give Todd the mic a second from Grateful Meds. I want Todd's impression about that particular. He just studied in detail. He got a sniffer.
And this
for
is
that
your new number 5?
GG number 5. What's that? Yeah, that's okay. We got to.